Hi, hello, I'm Darby. Welcome to my channel. And here's everything I bought during my 2-week trip to South Korea and Japan. A lot of things that I thought were going to be heavily discounted just weren't. And even though the dollar is really strong against the yen right now, functionally what that meant for me is that on average I was maybe saving 10%, and I just wasn't buying a huge enough volume for that really to matter. Globalization means that there's just very few things that I can only find in South Korea or Japan. Olive Young exports to the US. You can just get whatever you want imported. Your mileage may vary. You might be wanting some very specific fan merch or whatever. But as for me, it just wasn't the savings bonanza I was expecting it to be. Let's get to the stuff. Last year, when I went to South Korea, I sampled a bunch of the viral, well-known sunscreen brands like Beauty of Joseon, the one in the white and blue bottle that's super viral, and I ended up liking this one the most. It's Etude's collab with a YouTuber who is a big sunscreen influencer in Korea. Comes in a blue bottle. I like it. I like it because it's very light. One of these lasts me about 3 months. Doesn't leave a white cast. It's the perfect size for me to put in a purse and just forget about. So I stocked up on this, but it is something that you can get for, I think, an equivalent price in the US. But if you're in South Korea and you just needed sunscreen the way I did, try some. I did manage to go to a bookstore, and what did I get? I am someone who speaks Korean at a very low intermediate level, and I've been wanting to, if not increase my level of fluency, then maybe make what I already have a little bit more fluid, if that makes any sense. And so I got some books that are specifically targeted, I think, for people like me. So I've got Build and Extend Your Korean Sentences by Talk to Me in Korean, because this is such a specific problem I have. I'm pretty good at short declarative things, very easy question response kind of conversations. I'm really bad at telling stories. I'm really bad at describing complex situations. I also have Correct Your Korean, which I have never seen anyone talk about before, but this title grabbed me, Correct Your Korean 150 Common Grammar Errors, because in the past, books with a similarly themed title have really helped me out. You know, the titles that are like, The Big Dumb Idiot's Guide to Physics, Geometry Even a Baby Can Understand. I love stuff like that. And then second to finally, I've got a Topic 2 workbook. If you don't know what Topic is, it is a test you take to test your Korean fluency. So if, you have a job that requires some kind of Korean language skill, if you're not native, then they'll want you to have a Topic 3, a Topic 4, a Topic 5 level of Korean fluency. And I think this will also just give me a goal to work towards. I've been kind of bored and lazy when it comes to maintaining my Korean, and so having a test to study for might break me out of that, malaise. Alright, now finally, even though it is a Japanese book, I bought it in Korea, so it goes in this section. This is 80s Girly Design Collection, and it is a bunch of, objects, tins, containers, toys from the 80s that are just super cute, because I like super cute stuff. Alright, so that concludes the Korea part of my trip. Moving on to Japan. So I got this big reusable Don Quixote bag, because even though I took the advice that the internet always gives, which is show up with a suitcase that is only half full because you're going to fill it with souvenirs, I strategically did not take a carry-on just in case I did fill up my suitcase and I just needed extra overflow for stuff that I bought. And I'm glad I did that. It was a perfectly good strategy. I did buy too much and I did need an overflow bag. I saw someone say that a little home decorating thing that they like to do is they like to get hand soap in Japan, because it's a vibe, right? Just having this instead of the Target version of this that I've been refilling forever, does the same thing, but it just feels a little elevated. It's a little interesting. I got some sake flavored Kit Kat. People people just went absolutely nuts for all the weird little Kit Kat flavors that you can get in Japan. I think those are maybe, I don't know, like there's a 99 Ranch that's 20 minutes away from my house. If I want matcha Kit Kat, I can get that pretty easily. But yeah, this is something I don't think I've seen before. I've never seen it in California. Maybe it exists at a, I don't know, like Asian grocer in your neighborhood, but it's not in mine. So while we're talking about Don Quixote stuff, I got a bunch of Miffy brand stuff while I was there. So I've got some Miffy brand toenail clippers. I got some Miffy chopsticks. I got these extra long chopsticks that I'm gonna use for cooking because it's nice. The extra length means that it's probably safer to use these when you're frying something. Certainly safer than regularly sized chopsticks. What else did I get? I got some matcha paste butter from the same bakery. I don't know if there's too much Miffy branding on this one. Maybe on the top. And then I got some sakura jam. I don't know if that means it's made out of like the petals or if it's just pink jam that they're calling sakura jam. Just to wrap up the Don Quixote leg of this, I also got the viral liquid bandage that I see people say to buy when you're at Don Quixote. And I felt very validated because one of my Japanese friends that I was there with, when he saw me pull this out of my shopping bag, said, I also stocked up on that. What is the neighborhood in Tokyo that has the big lantern and the temple? Anyway, in that neighborhood nearby, there was a Sanrio store where I picked up this little guy, Hangyodan, who is, I think he's one of the top, if not the most popular Sanrio character in Japan right now, and he's, I think, difficult to find in the US. So if you like weird little ugly guys, you're in luck. They're everywhere. Got a little table salt shaker that's got Hello Kitty on the front, because my current table salt shaker, did it break? It just like wore out, like the top doesn't fit anymore, so if you do this, a bunch of salt comes out. Boo, hiss, we don't like that. So now we've got a Hello Kitty replacement. I went to Sakaido in Shinjuku, which is super famous. It's a huge art supply store, very fun to walk through if you are like me and you like buying little art things. I did not see anything there that felt super exclusive. I saw a lot of brands that I could also just get in the US. Like I could just, drive down to Blix and pick up the same watercolors, the same gouache. I did let myself buy some oil pastels, so I've got some neon crayons, some kitpas, and then some like random oil pastels that they had in this kind of loose bin, I don't know what to call them, where you can just pull them off the wall and assemble your own kit. Again, I feel like I could probably buy these off of a website, some kind of importer, or just like do with an American brand. But I was there, and the packaging's cute. Ooh, I got, while we're talking about craft things, I got this crochet instruction book that has a bunch of different shapes and granny square variations that I think will be fun to learn. What else do I have? Oh, I've never seen one of these before. It's a portable Apple Watch charger. I really like this because I hate packing the standard cord that comes with an Apple Watch. So this is nice. I got this from Daiso's sister brand, what's it called? Standard Products. So I tested it, it does work even though it feels cheap in plastic. And it's going to live in my travel bag and replace the stupid standard cable that I hate. I got some yuzu sake at the shop where we did a sake tasting. At that tasting, I learned that I still have a very immature palate when it comes to alcohol, and I really liked anything that was sour and tart. All right, and I think that does it for this week's snack. If you made it this far, here's your gentle reminder to please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.